Honorable Sri Justice F.I. Ribelo, former Chief Justice of the High Court of Allahabad and former Judge of High Court of Bombay, Honorable Sri Justice Mahesh Sonak, Senior Administrative Judge of High Court of Bombay and High Court of Bombay at Goa, Honorable Sri Justice Valmiki Menezes, Judge, High Court of Bombay, the Advocate General for the State of Goa, Sri Devidas Pangam, Sri Shailin Bobe, the Vice President of the Goa High Court Bar Association, and Advocate Sri S.N. Joshi, the author of the book to be released today. I welcome you all for this inaugural ceremony and the launch of the book on the Goa Panchayat Raj Act.
कितें जाल्लें गोवा पंचायत राज ॲक्ट 1994 पास जालो. त्या ॲक्टाचे कितल्योश्योच अमेंडमेंट्स जाल्या, पूण एक कोणाक रेडी रेफरन्स जर जाय त्यो अमेंडमेंट्स जनरल पब्लिकाक अवेलेबल नाशिल्ल्यो. म्हणून आमी आतां कितें केलें, ह्या पुस्तकांत ह्या बुकांत आमी ते सगळे अमेंडमेंट्स इनकॉर्पोरेट केल्यात. ज्या ज्या जाग्याचे जी सॅक्शनां अमेंड जाल्या, रिप्लेस जाल्या, ती आमी योग्य ठिकाणी घातल्या. त्या शिवाय त्या वांगडा आमी आनी केला की 1994 पासून आज पर्यंत ज्यो हायकोर्ट आणि सुप्रीम कोर्टान जजमेंट्स पास जाल्या ह्या इलेक्शना, मे बी इलेक्शन्स, मे बी एनी मॅटर्स ऑफ पंचायत, इल्लिगल कन्स्ट्रक्शन, डिस्क्वॉलिफिकेशन, हे सगळ्यो जजमेंट्स एकत्र करून त्याचें कंपायलेशन केलां. आणि ह्या बुकांत 201 जजमेंट्स आमी एकठांय कंपायलेशन करून अवेलेबल केल्या. ऑलमोस्ट सांगता तुमकां, फाटलें ऑलमोस्ट 1 वर्सा पेक्षा चड वेळ हेका लागलो की नॉर्मल इवन आमचें नॉर्मल काम म्हाका कमी करचें पडलें. आणि कारण ना जाल्यार ते सगळे जजमेंट्स एकठांय करप, तेच्यो हेड नोट्स बरोवप आणि तेतूंतल्यान हे सगळें उपलब्ध करून दिवप. इवन अमेंडमेंट्स आसा त्यो सुद्दां ओरिजिनल बुकाच्यो सॉफ्ट कॉपी करून आणि त्या सॉफ्ट कॉपी करून वर्ड फॉर्मात घेवन त्या उपरांत ते अमेंडमेंट्स इनकॉर्पोरेट करपाक बरोच वेळ लागलो. जवळ एक 1.5 वर्स लागले ऑलमोस्ट. ह्याच्या पयलीं आमी कोड ऑफ कम्युनिटीत केला. कोड ऑफ कम्युनिटीची तीच परिस्थिती आशिल्ली, कितल्योश्योच अमेंडमेंट्स आयल्यो, ते बूक नाशिल्ले. आनी ते कोबॉर्ड ऑफ अमेंडमेंट्स आमी सगळ्यो इनकॉर्पोरेट केल्यो, तेजे जजमेंट्स अवेलेबल केल्यो. आनी तेजो इफेक्ट असो जालो की आमी जवळ जवळ 500 कॉपीज रिलीज केल्यो पयल्या प्रिंटिंगात. आनी आज सगळ्याचे सगळ्यो कॉपीज आज मार्केटांत ते बूक अवेलेबल ना. ही परिस्थिती आसा. हेल्पफूल म्हणजे इशू तसोच आसा की जी बुकां अवेलेबल ना, जो रेडीली लॉ अवेलेबल ना, तो लॉ सगळ्या लोकांक आज अवेलेबल करून दिवपाची गरज आशिल्ली. कम्युनिटीचे कितल्योश्योच मॅटर्स आसात, कितल्योश्योच कम्युनिटीज गोंयांत आसात, जवळ जवळ 250 कम्युनिटीज आसात. पूण तेजे लॉ जर अवेलेबल ना आसत, रेडीली अवेलेबल, जाल्यार लोक कितें करतले? तेजे जजमेंट्स अवेलेबल ना, त्योय अवेलेबल आमी आतां करून दिल्यात. सो आतां तुमी पंचायती जर म्हणशात, जवळ जवळ 185 ऑलमोस्ट 190 पंचायती गोंयांत आसात. आणि पंचायतीचे कॉमन लॉ जो सगळ्यांक लागता, सर्वसाधारण लोकांक लागता, तो लॉ अवेलेबल करून सगळ्यांक अवेलेबल करणं आवश्यक आशिल्लें. आणि तो आमी ह्या पुस्तकांतल्यान अवेलेबल केला सगळ्या जनरल पब्लिकाक.
Mr. Joshi was pleased to give us a gift in the form of a plant. And some of the things he said also were like, plant branches out. And he gave me various extensions which perhaps I did not have. But in the end of the day, what he has said is factually correct. When I saw the opening program, it was said that I have to release the book. And there was a timing, 5:15 and 5:30. I was wondering for what I am going to review the book 15 minutes. So I phoned up Mr. Joshi. He said, do I have to say anything today? He says, yes, he said, you have to speak. So I came to know for the first time today afternoon that I had to speak. So then I was reminded of Churchill. Churchill was asked one day to speak for 5 minutes. He scratched his head, he says, it will take me 3 days to prepare. But he says, give me 1 hour, I can start them immediately. So perhaps I will act like Churchill and start one or few words that I have got to say. I think Goa, the whole bar is very fortunate in that lawyers have been writing a lot. Though it's a small bar, you know, a lot of contributions. I think the parents' patria or the fatherly figure was Mr. Uzgaonkar. Then we have books by Mr. Norona on Portuguese law. And then we have this commentary by these young lawyers, Agni and Servicide, which I happened to release, and now Mr. Joshi, and I don't know many others who have written the books. The book on Munkas I released during the pandemic period and at my house. Today we are releasing the book on Panchayats in this hall, followed by high tea, which at that point of time we could not do. But Mr. Joshi should have understood that this is Goa. And this is the Urak season. So it's not high tea. I think you should have set up Urak. Perhaps more people may have joined us today. When we come to Panchayats, we can't forget the long history of the Panchayat Raj in India in the olden times. Panchayats were one of the important, what we now call ADR. That time the Panchayat system was there to solve this interstate disputes between the villages. Though sometimes it is caste oriented, but nonetheless, as one writer put it was very important to solve issues. Because Panchayats were from the locality, and you can't lie to your own neighbors. You may lie in the court, but when your neighbors are around, how do you lie? Because they know what you are. So it was an effective way of redressal of the systems. Now, the constitution has been amended to provide for Panchayat Raj participation in social and economic activities. Now, what are the issues before that we face? You as lawyers would know that social and economic issues are practically in the backside. What most important are the licenses, non-grant of licenses, illegal constructions. And I was wondering to myself, courts have been burdened with so much of work on these matters. How do court resolve the issue? How do you factually find out as to whether construction is legal or illegal? In the good old days, there was no technology. But nowadays, you see, I had to give an opinion on one matter about construction of a jetty. And we got NASA photographs of that period to show that no jetty was existing there. Now we have online what we call the what is it called? Google. Apart from Google, and now I'll tell you, Google can show you what was existing at what point of time. Similarly, there is one more agency which a friend of, because I had asked him for NASA address so as to inform that you can go to NASA, but he told me that NASA has now, that particular agency has stopped. But ISRO is there. So these two bodies today give you actually a pinpoint as to what is the status of construction or what they do. Now, is that evidence? Somebody will say. Possibly it is not evidence. But when the matter comes up, why should not courts call upon parties to file a Google map or from ISRO to show that a construction existed at that point of time? Or for the matter, for example, in the CRZ, when I was a sitting judge in Goa, I think myself and Justice Agyar and Justice Daga, we had passed a judgment way back in 2002, if I am not mistaken, asking the collector of Mamladas to monitor constructions on the coastal belt and to file report. I understand they were doing it for some time, and thereafter it was stopped. But there is an existing judgment of this court in Goa in the matter of monitoring illegal construction in the state of Goa. I think Mr. Joshi must do some research and pass the judgment on to our sitting judges over here, so that somebody can thereafter take up the issue. So what happens is, you pass a judgment, you go off, unless somebody else raises that issue, it is forgotten and kept down there. The only judgment perhaps which did not die was clearing the footpaths. You know how did it happen? I was sitting with Justice M.B. Shah in Bombay, your Chief Justice, and matter after matter of illegal encroachments on the footpaths. I happened to be visiting Goa in the vacation, and some matter came from Vasco. So I issued notice to the Vasco Municipal Council, and I don't know who the chief officer was. Sir, he says, why don't you issue notices to all the councils in the state of Goa? I did that. And I located the power to grant permissions in the chief officer. And my further stated, he failed to follow the direction, he will be liable in contempt. The result was, to a large extent, the councillors could not do anything, because the chief officer says, you are not in contempt, I will be in contempt. So, to a large extent, if you see today Goa's footpath, it is not that you are depriving somebody of his livelihood. The question is the environment. At the end of the day, footpaths are not meant for hawkers to be taken over. Right to livelihood, yes. But footpaths are meant for pedestrians to walk on those roads. That is the basic concept of footpath. And hawkers are not persons who put up permanent structures on the road and stay there for eternity. So this was the balance. So one way, the right of a pedestrian, your right to life, safety on the footpath. And he may say, of course, we have now the law that has come in, that we can have hawkers for a particular area, in a particular, Supreme Court has passed that law, so that an act of, not Supreme Court, an act has been passed. So therefore today, if you want to control illegal construction, it is not so difficult. Google Maps, ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, they have a place in Hyderabad where they are issuing this photographs of the position of the constructions. So I wish at some point of time, these can be taken into evidence as a part of the evidence. How it should be done is I leave it to the ingenuity of the bar, because they are the ones who, depending upon this side, of course they are. If they are against the construction, generally more, if they are for the man, it will be something else, and then it's for the courts to consider what is to be done. So these are some shares I thought on the part of various Panchayats, because this is the most important. What Panchayats are doing is basically construction activities, issuing licenses. But today I want to talk to you on the larger issue. Law has to be consistent. You can't have inconsistent law, because one, the litigant does not know what the law is. Judges don't know when their judgments are going to be reversed. So there has to be a certainty in law. And certainty in law can only be there if we as judges and of course, when we say we, the Supreme Court, because that is the court which passes the final judgments. In the Article 41, their judgments are final. But we are coming across trends, and if I say so, my sitting judges should not take it amiss. I have two classic cases to demonstrate before you all.
Subscribe Prudent social media channel and press bell icon for latest notifications.